Hi guys, hope all is well. Unfortunately, the video I went to do yesterday, the format of it wasn't the way I wanted it to be, so I did actually delete it. So today I'm just going to do kind of the same video. So dollar, I said in my last video I was waiting for either this high or this low to be broken. You can see we are actually breaking below it now. We have actually come in and tested a daily zone, which was in here. I did think we could have come back a little bit deeper into potentially fib levels or into this hourly order zone. We didn't get that. We haven't yet, but that is fine. That doesn't mean that price still can't potentially trade back down to then actually go long and take out these resting highs that are here. So dollar, I'm kind of just waiting now to see if we can get that pullback. I do want to have a look going into the New York session at half two. So where are we? Around here to kind of see what happens with this, to see if we're actually going to continue back into this zone or if we're actually going to push a little bit higher. US 30. US 30 yesterday, there was some quite nice trades. I did have a small position here off a 30-minute zone yesterday, and that was nice to see. I only had my targets literally just to the high, which was here. So this was just under a 1 to 4. So this was nice to see. And again, secondly, we're just looking for tests of the zone that caused this. So you can see if we drag this across here. This was our second entries in here that we got yesterday. Pricing started to break up. We got another entries. At this point. So two entries, one off this 5-minute, and then breaking it up or breaking it down a little bit higher on the 15-minute. We had this small zone in here, which you can see got reacted from really nice. News came out yesterday, and then we pumped higher. So this was really, really nice on US 30 yesterday. Simple, just looking for the zones that cause a significant kind of break construction. You can see this was that zone we came back, pulled back into this exact area, and then we actually started our continuations from here. So yesterday, the trade that I posted was this one here. So yeah, really, really great to see. It did actually come up and hit my overall target that I was looking for. I was expecting potential shorts from this 30-minute zone. You can see we just liquidated it. We didn't get it again. That's fine, is what it is. But we could and may potentially see shorts running back down into this zone here. But for the time being, I'm just going to kind of sit and chill. Nothing really too exciting that I'm looking for. On the daily, we had this test here. This was a test of our previous daily zone. So I am waiting to see if price could potentially just run out this high one more time. If we don't run out that high, I definitely think we could still come into this hourly imbalance within here and actually just take out this high. Well, just take out all of this top side, poke up, and then actually potentially start heading back down. So I'm going to wait and see about that just to see what we do go. Now, same situation. I didn't get any buys. I was looking for the shorts yesterday. Did manage to utilize catch. And yeah, my target down to here. So about 28 pips. So that was still nice. It was really only a 1 to 2. I was actually looking to hold. Whoops. To hold this trade all the way down a little bit lower, but we didn't get that. And again, we don't always get moves, and again, that's fine. So just have to adapt. So 28 pip move, that was still really nice, and it was literally just as simple as having an order at the open, and just kind of waiting for it to play out. Literally, as soon as we actually tested, you can see price literally just wicked it, and then we pretty much died off from here. But from there, price hasn't really given us anything too amazing to be trading off. So this is all we are kind of really looking at for the time being. But so far, I'm not seeing anything too beautiful to be trading off yet. That doesn't mean that we won't get something, but I do want to wait and see what does happen. High time frame, we are breaking structures. We are breaking structures higher. So it would not be wrong to be looking for any kind of move back down into here, or potentially a long move. AUD/USD, nothing really that exciting, to be honest with you. Had a minus shift here. Everyone's kind of looking for this zone to be met at this current point. So I do want to see if price is going to come trade back up into here and then have that short move potentially come take out this week. Or if we are actually just going to continue high, because we do actually have some equal highs up here, which I do want to see if they could actually get ran, or at least tested in some point. So that is definitely going to be something that I am going to be looking for in and around this zone, but I do just want to see quite a clear either accumulation or distribution in and around any of these zones to then actually take it down a little bit further. Gold again, same as everything else. It's just kind of looking a little bit sad, a little bit weak. I do want to see if we can get all of this run. That does not mean we could not have one more little run to the upside and then potential shorts. You can see from my low to my high, this is where our 50% zone is. I do want to see if we can get potentially a small test of that zone. Failing that, I do want to see if we could potentially just get a little long run into here. You can see we've had our breaker structure here. Now I'm kind of just looking for the zone that caused this breaker structure. You can see it was this last 15-minute move. This last 15-minute move, we ran liquidity, we ran the Asian low, then going into London, ran all of the Asian highs. So now I want to see if we can actually kind of get a bit of a pullback and then a small continuation long. I'm only really looking to trade back into this low point, so around 200 pips. So that's still relatively decent, I believe. Nice small little 200 pip move, nice little 1 to 6. That is something I'm looking for. So I do want to see, and I will be interested if we could potentially get that move going into the New York session. So gold, that is what I'm looking at. Just a very simple, just pull back in the continuations. And then euro pound was a trade that I was in yesterday. Really, 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 really clean 1 minute distribution. We have our PSY buying climax secondary test. You could potentially call this an ST or UT. We have that UTAD. This is our break and our sign of weakness. We got in on a test here and then continuations. I was also looking for shorts off. Well, I did catch shorts off of this zone here, and I had an order in off this zone here. I was looking on a 15-minute. You can see this 15-minute from this low to this high. 50% of that order, 50% of a zone is where most of the orders are going to be stored. You can see really, really nice 55-minute supply zone. Had a really, really nice test of this zone, and then we are actually now just breaking lower, and my targets are at least into this 50% or anywhere into this intraday high. I did have one target which was met here, so that was a nice 1 to 6. I do have another one small position still running, so I do want to see if we could potentially get that. Going into London today, we literally just died. So I do want to see if price does want to potentially give us one more pullback, so we can actually take this thing short. Now we've had that we're confirmed. This is our confirmed breaker structure here. So it's pretty much just going to be looking for a simple pullback. We may have already got this with this wick here, and if we have that, it's completely fine. Any kind of wear into this zone would still be very valid. But if we don't get that, then that is fine. We are just going to have to wait and see kind of what does happen. I do have a small 5-minute zone here, which I've mapped out. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see kind of what happens with a lot of these pairs. So for the time being, this is kind of all I have. Nothing really too exciting. If you guys got any questions, please let me know. Feel free to fire away and I will help you as much as I can. All right, guys. Bye.